Hey, you. Hey, you. We got anybody? Oh, yeah, we do got people in here right from the rip. Welcome to Make a Path Presents. Make sure you can hear me good, see me good. Let me know. Throw a what's up in the chat. Let me pop the chat out real quick. Where is the chat? There it is. Let me pop it out. Bam. It's 3:40 a.m. in Europe. I'm sorry, homie. Nice. I'm glad you can watch. I was gonna pop up, look for the content because I didn't make any. I know we're not doing any of the prediction videos for Walking Dead anymore and trailer breakdowns and yada yada yada. But I figure it's Sunday night. I have a few more hours to go before I'm done with the Friday the 13th Part 3 Flow and All review, which is going to be friggin' awesome because I'm doing 3 and 4 back to back. So 3, and then a week later, a week and a half later, Part 4, and then we'll be into the plan is Predator. We'll see, because if 3 and 4 blow up and do real good, and you guys want to stay on track, we'll do 5. But the plan is Predator, and then Part 5, and then Predator 2, and then Part 6, but we'll see. I was going to pull up the stream. Anyway, like I said, so I didn't have that to post tonight, so it'll be up tomorrow or Tuesday, but I figure let's talk about what's going on with The Walking Dead. We got The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead sneak peek, which is just real weird. It's just weird. And then we've got The World Beyond sneak peek, which we'll discuss in a second, but I'm not going to follow the show. I'm done with World Beyond. It's just no. Dexter, they dropped the trailer. Chucky, the TV show, they dropped the trailer. Day of the Dead, I didn't even know about this, but it's kind of like Z Nation with slow zombies. So I was like, nah, count me out, bro. I'll check it out because it's zombies, but I'm not hyped. Tried ordering some of the Steelbook protectors you talked about in the past, but they're all sold out. Yeah, recently I talked to a couple Steelbook and Blu-ray collectors, and recently the website went sold out. Amazon went sold out, except for there's still a section of them you can get. There's only a limited amount left from what I remember. Let me double check. It could still be sold out, but let me check. I put it in my lists. I'll tell you what to type in. But those Steelbook protectors are banging, man. They make the whole shit look sexy. It's the Malco. I hope the final season of The Walking Dead is going to go out in style. I hope it's a banger. The trailer didn't have me go, oh, like, my God, that's the greatest ever. But it was still all right. It was still good. I can see some things where I'm like, all right, I bet you that's where they go. Like they use certain set pieces, and you can already tell that'll be like the whole episode, maybe 2 whole episodes, because they kind of do that with the subway, for example. And it'll be something stupid like that'll be an area that one section's blocked off or something, and they got to go around to this section and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be watching the first episode early if anyone cares. Do you guys want a non-spoiler review? I think I'm watching that. I forget. I got to pull up the message. I'll get clearance to watch the first episode on Wednesday, I think. So, what is with Amazon? Ever since they updated their shit, every time I pull it up, the one section doesn't work. You got to click on it like 100 times. All right. So this is still available for someone who asked. Malco, M-A-L-K-O, Blu-ray 4K UHD slipcover and PS3 game protector cases. Clear plastic protective sleeves, a 10-pack, $11.95 with Prime, free shipping. I'll show you what's on the screen, but for anyone who's interested, that's what you got to search up. Because this is all that's left for right now. I don't think they're going to... You can't see that anyway. But I don't think they're going to stop. I just think it's... Matter of fact, I'm throwing one of those in my cart. I'm not even going to lie. If they're sold out like that, I'm adding that bitch to my cart. I'll buy some in a little bit. But they're banging. Anyhow, Let's pop up the chat here. We're gonna pull up the review and take a not the review, the stream, the trailer and take a look. Hey, thank you very much, Film Robot. Yeah, I was real excited with the flaw and all. I got frustrated with part 3. I got frustrated with myself because I had already done part 3 a month ago. And I fucking scrapped it. I was like, yo, it's so flat. And keep in mind, I don't want it to be full of jokes. And there's not even a lot of jokes in my new re-edit of part 3. But it was just flat. I don't know, man. There was no life to it. So I wanted to go in and do it again and look at certain things. And the 3D was throwing me off. So the way I did with part 3 is... for each one, you guys know specifically what is getting reviewed. So it is going to be part 3, the 3D version from Screen Factory. And the reason is there's certain aspects in 3D that don't hit the same way in 2D. So they get credit for them in 3D, but it won't get the same points in 2D. So technically, for a rough estimate, you can say whatever score it gets, let's say it gets like 40 or 50 in 3D, 2D will get like 10 or 5 or 10 less, because of the 3D. But the 3D was real tricky because there's things that are just kind of cool that might not deserve a whole point, but it's still cool as shit. Like the feel of a room with everything in it. That in 3D has such a cool vibe to it, So the Day of the Dead trailer was good too. I don't think the Day of the Dead trailer was good at all. Not at all. I gotta turn this fan up. I'm dying. I gotta turn that fan up, yo. It's hot as shit in here. I'm about to turn the AC up if I don't cool off. I will say, I had a lucky month, though. And I'll show this off because this is hype. I had a lucky month. I had to get a new car, but I was able to sell my old car quick too. Put it out, sold it within 5 hours, and I got a private invite. A bunch of us did for a PlayStation 5 just for shits. I popped on to see about getting one, and your boy scored one. They did express shipping, which was fire because I received it like the next day. I didn't unbox it for like a week though because, or a few days. Check that out. Bam. Because I was debating. I didn't even know if I wanted to keep it because I just bought a car. I didn't want to spend that much money. So, but I saw the gleam in my daughter's eyes. She was like, yo, let's open it. I was like, I don't know. And then my cousin was like, yo, why don't you just sell your PS4 shit? You got enough shit to probably, make up most of the money for the 5. And I was like, done, bro. Best. I don't even know why I didn't think of that. Because I'm just going to package all my PS4 shit and be like, yo, here, who wants it? Sell that shit, cover the PS5, and I'm good. Nick the Great. So, enough said, we're going to be doing something on the Ronnie Hayes channel. I don't know what yet because I don't have a single PS5 game. But Nick the Great coming in with a $25 donation. Thank you very much for that, homie. That helps big time. Longtime fan Ronnie. Don't chat as much, but always love your videos. If you haven't watched Animal Kingdom, I think you should. It's gritty crime drama and very underrated. Looking forward to future projects from you. I got serious hat head. I'm getting hot though, so hold on. I'll put my hat back on in a second. What is that called? Animal Kingdom? Bro. Animal Kingdom. Why does that sound like goddamn. I'm going to type that up. Animal Kingdom. I need a fucking haircut. My hair is going to be falling in my eyes this whole time. Animal Kingdom. 2016. I'll be damned. I think I'm thinking of like a documentary. When you said that, you threw me for a loop. I'm like a crime drama. What are you? Animal Kingdom. I'm thinking of like a documentary. Yo, what's up, Save Room? For anyone who doesn't know, I did a podcast discussion with Save Room. If you guys want to check it out, it's already uploaded. You can. It's like an hour long. You can see what we chatted about. Have I played Days Gone? Yes, I've played Days Gone in 60 frames per second on the PC, and it is fucking amazing. I'm going to play The Last of Us on just the gameplay, skip the story. I'll play that on PS5. Have you checked out this new movie on Netflix called Red Blood Sky? It's kind of cool, even though it has its problems. I think I know what you mean. I watched the trailer, and I noped out of that. Goon Sack Steve said, I thought the trailer looked pretty wicked, still holding out for the Rick to come back in a later end of season 11. Wait, is this the trailer reaction? Yeah, we got enough people. We're going to start the trailer reaction. Let's dive in here. Obviously, because it's a stream, and Lord only knows when and if it'll get flagged, we're going to have to play it, and I'm going to have to stop it every now and then, to talk. But Nick the Great coming in with another bomb-ass dono. Animal Kingdom TV series is based on a 2010 Australian film. It had pretty good actors and a good story with a small budget. Well, I got a big old list of, where's it at? A big old list of things to check out when I'm needing something to watch. So I'll write that down. Animal Kingdom, and we'll check that out. Epic Zombie Killer, welcome to the Map Mob. All right, so when you pop on the Walking Dead stream.
What is it?
Stream, trailer. This interested me right away. Because I like this dynamic between Father Gabriel and Negan, and I like what they've been doing with Father Gabriel and giving him more stuff. I'm thinking of Animal Planet, right? Yeah, probably. But early on, after Negan kills Glenn and they go through that, it's Gabriel and Negan who, after the attack at the sanctuary, they're both locked in together in that room. So they have this moment, this like little moment, and Negan kind of opens up a bit. And then we get it again here, but in a way where Negan says this.
Of what?
Oh, wait.
Bad memories.
Yeah, bad memories, And it interests me because they have this dynamic with Maggie and Negan, and then Father Gabriel and Negan, and that facing his past, as far as Negan facing his past. They got some cool stuff here with Maggie and Negan. I think they're killing a zombie at the same time, and it looks like Negan saves Maggie at one point. Maybe I watched that wrong. It looked like Maggie was falling. That's probably when they'll have him save her. But here's Negan coming in with $100 dono. Bro, you shouldn't have. But boy, am I glad you did. Been a while since I donated. Keep up the good work, Ronnie. Love your vids and streams. Well, holy shit for the win. Here's Negan. Thank you so much for coming in and saving my ass. That $100 definitely help in a big way. Especially for what I got planned coming up. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll take a sip for you. I'm drinking a little bit of Jack and Coke. Seriously, though, here's Negan. Thank you very much, man.
Of what?
And there is something I'm going to say. Somebody from The Walking Dead peeped one of my reviews because they did something I've been asking for years, and it's in the trailer. Hold on. You'll see. And you'll know. You'll be like, yeah, that was Ronnie. Somebody's watching. Watch.
Alexandria's our home.
What we have.
Got some horses. Yugi, thank you very much for the 5. Hey, Ronnie, I'm a silent watcher of your videos and love your content. You always speak out of my heart when talking about The Walking Dead. Love you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It gets rough when you're being honest. And I'm picky. I'll be honest. I'm picky with it when it comes to... I want it to be amazing. See, this right here, when it comes to visuals, when it comes to the look of it, you're getting me now. Like AMC, you're starting to... The Walking Dead creative team, You're starting to tickle that itch a little bit, you know? Your fingers are slipping in a bit. What was that? Who was that? Why did that face look weird down there? Yeah, that face. What was that? Who was that? Huh. Didn't that look like... I don't know why, but that looked like Rick Grimes. The hair, no. But doesn't that face kind of look like a Rick Grimes face? You guys probably can't see it because it's darker. Holy shit. Where's the love coming from tonight? Nick the Great threw down a $50 dono. You are the man. You should check it out. You won't regret the movie or TV series. Well, is it a movie or a TV series or both? Maybe I missed you. I wrote it down. I'm going to check it out. Real quick, though, and you don't have to donate. Just throw it in the chat where I can find it. If it's easily on Netflix or do I got to get it some other way, let me know. But thank you very much. See, this is cool. Again, you're getting me. It's a little over CGI. There's another scene where it's like, ooh, that's, you're hitting, but it's a little too much CGI. I think there's like one thing that's real and everything else is like really bad CGI. But this is hitting, again, a little too much CGI, but whatever.
If we live for them.
We gotta get through this together.
That's badass. I like a whole bunch of the fleas, the flies.
We die.
And whose arm is this? Because at first I was like, yo, that looked like Daryl's arm. And then I'm keeping an eye on Aaron. I'm like, oh, because he has a button down. And then I'm like, you know what? It's probably going to be that dude that Maggie is with. Because if this was like Daryl or something big, he's going to continue on to a new show. So he's going to have his arm cut off. And that would be really ridiculous. So maybe it's because Maggie's also screaming in the trailer. So maybe it's, the guy with the black long hair. It could be him. Well, I don't know. It could be anybody. Yeah, see? She's like, no. Did that background fit?
We die.
Yeah, see, it's kind of a wooded area. It's probably the guy that Maggie's with. And then Negan's pulling her away. That's interesting. Damn.
I don't leave anybody behind. Not ever.
This is nice looking zombie. There's a couple shots where there's a nice looking zombie.
You want to talk about it?
Walked with them for days. Wait, trapped with dead, walked with them for days, no light, no food, little water. Is that like a teaser that what's her name's gonna meet up with them, Connie? Hey, Epic Zombie Killer with a $2 dono. Have you played the Friday the 13th game? Yes, I have, but I'm not real big on it. Slizzle, welcome to the Matt Mob. Nick the Great coming in with another 10 spot. One last one. Haha, maybe the film was before the TV series. The TV show has similarities. Much love. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate all of the donos, all of tonight. But I will check it out, and I'll Google it first just to see what came first so I watch it in the right order. But I will check it out. Or maybe she found her notebook. I don't know.
Options.
His suit looked orange there. She's handing him a knife. It's like a weird little shot. It's like he's going to cut someone's arm off.
Andrew needs us.
Yeah, that's CGI blood. Ouch. This right here. This was like as soon as I saw this, I was like, yo, I've been talking about this for a minute. Little different examples of it being more difficult to kill the zombies because that's more interesting. They're a greater threat. And I've been saying for years now, instead of having the butter skull, the jelly skulls where you're just stabbing and going and stabbing, it should be stabbing and it should be energy to like just take the knife out of their skull. It sticks into their bone. They fall down with it. It should be sloppy. It should burn their energy. It should be rough and tough. And that's why if you do it that way, slow zombies are so much more of a threat. Because sure, they're slow. However, you get 50 of them coming around the corner. You got, 3 or 4 in front of you. 10 feet, you got 10 or 12 of them. 20 feet back, you got, 30 of them kind of chilling. And it's nothing to slow zombies, and you start stabbing away. But when you got the knife sticking in their skull, the knife won't penetrate their skull. Now, next thing you know, you're out of breath, you're tired, your shoulder muscles are burning as the character, and you've got all these zombies just about to eat your ass. Same thing for this. I used to say, because there's a scene in my comic coming up where the guy stabs the zombie under, and I've talked about this a number of times, where the zombie will open his mouth and you can see the blade in his mouth still. As soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, I love this shit, because now it goes sideways and you still get that effect. Obviously, I'm assuming he went to stab the zombie, and you're fighting and struggling. You're not going to hit it on point every time. So he got him right in the cheek, and you get a cool, wicked looking effect here. Yeah, look at that, biting on the knife. That's fucking awesome. And then he goes to stab it in the head. Yeah, see, love it. Guess don't let Kevin Smith do the Walking Dead cartoon. I guess not.
So, you're leaving to fight ghosts.
I'm wondering if that is set up for the show to follow. With Carol and Daryl.
You don't want to go down.
And I'm assuming this is the Leah, whatever her name is, Leah, Daryl's girlfriend. I'm kind of annoyed this is in the trailer, because this is her, right? She looks like a female, and the dog is next to her. I'm annoyed they would just blow their load in the trailer. And second off, I don't care. The whole relationship with the team, enemies that are seemingly, the bad guys, because now it's either this whole friction between her and the Reapers, or the Reapers aren't really the bad guys. Oh, it's the guys that were chasing Maggie. Oh, look, and I don't know. It's all convoluted.
Don't worry.
That's pretty cool, though.
These people, they won't stop.
Yeah, this guy, I thought, man, he doesn't have that type of shirt on, though. This angle and this visual, I dig this a lot. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Coming down from the rotted roof. The angle is a bit much, though. It's kind of like a little try-hard, but it depends on how the overall shot is done and how they're editing the cuts. For an off angle like this, I kind of feel if they did it slower, it'll work good. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is what's out there.
Don't be scared. I'm not.
Yeah, look at that. Gabriel, he ain't scared of shit. You got this wicked looking zombie. I don't know. Oh, yeah, those are the Reapers, because here's their masks, but they got their masks off. I'm assuming that's Leah, whatever his girlfriend's name is.
God.
That's Daryl with a broken heart.
God isn't here anymore.
And this caught me weird, because it looks like they're crawling on the ground, don't it? All doing the same thing. That caught me off guard, because it's like, yo, don't be doing no tricky shit with the zombies now, unless somebody chopped all their legs off, because don't be changing it up. They're even doing like a weird animalistic type of, I don't know.
Miss?
What is this? Got solar, zombie hanging or something. Oh, that's the Reapers area, it looks like.
March. And you are the damn Pied Piper. The paranoid. But I'm right.
All right, so Maggie's fallen. That'd probably be a good spot to have Negan catch her. Here was the one where, again, you're getting me with. Wait, is that Maggie? Anyway, you're getting me with the type of scenery. We need more of this with The Walking Dead. Get out of the fucking woods and do more of this shit, but they won't. And when you see it at first glance on my phone, I was like, yes, yes, and yes. However, as soon as you pop it up on an actual TV, you kind of got to just look at the character and ignore the rest. just like pretend like it's crisp, because as soon as I look at this, I see this bad CGI. I think this is like missing. They faded out. They used the shadow to fade out the end of the time. The frame here they kind of got, or the rim here they kind of got it, but here I would be shocked, stupid, and I would let someone punch me in the face if this was practical. If they were actually there filming this. This one car is probably practical. The rest is probably CGI. This one spot here is probably all practical. Everything else is like fake as hell. This is another one that stands out. This is painfully obvious CGI. All these cars are. They absolutely are. Every single one. Not a one of these looks real. They all look like poor TV CGI. Their placement, something off about it. It's like they're all too clean. Like they're dirty, but I mean clean as in, with certain cars, there's just certain shadows and certain highs and lows when it comes to the coloring where in real life you have it. Like these are all like, look how you can see all that car. It's a perfect like visual asset. And obviously there's no like a direct shadow like a tree, but even still there's always I don't know what to call it, but there's always bits that leave the car indifferent. We'll have to look at real images and I'll show you what I mean, because I don't know any technical terms for it, but this shot looks fake as fuck.
I lost something, and I don't think it's a bad thing that I did.
Now here's what gets me a little iffy, because it's Maggie coming off alone into a mall. It looks like the Reapers are in the mall. Are they trying to go for like this whole fake out where the Reapers are actually Maggie's group now? You know what I mean? I don't know. See, because this looks like Maggie's the back. Unless that's not Maggie. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Negan? Never mind. I might be looking at it wrong. These might not be Reapers. This might be Negan and Maggie, because that could be Negan. Yeah, I think that's Negan and Maggie. Never mind.
I did what needed to be done.
She found a Whisperer mask, which is cool.
Everything that we built.
Yeah, and a hole in Alexandria. I don't know. Yeah, there's his crowbar.
The only way this works is if we trust each other.
So what do you say?
See, if you missed it real quick, that is Negan and Maggie together killing the same zombie.
So what do you say?
Yeah, right here. Unless there's a zombie behind that one, and we can't see him. But it looks like they're killing the same one. As in, like, I don't know, working together type shit.
If you say trust him.
And then they spoiled it's Yumiko, who has family at the Commonwealth. We'll see how this plays out, but this has me a little, not flustered, but scratching my head, because, again, it fits perfect to have Ezekiel be the one, because he's got the cancer, you know? Ezekiel has family. The family, you know, works there, but it's family, so they cover his medical, but Ezekiel owes them now. Ezekiel's family owes them now. So they can wrap this right into the story that they have built up for the Commonwealth. In the comic, if they're utilizing some of that story, they have a perfect in that story now. And utilizing the debt, which is something that I'm assuming if they're sticking with the comic a little bit, that would be very relatable and adaptable with that comic storyline. Because now Ezekiel's in debt, but I guess they could probably still do it. I don't know.
I'll trust him.
The woman who left was not the one standing here now. So keep pushing me, Negan. Please.
Yeah. She found the mask. They were probably like, you were too late for the Whisperer War. And she was like, my God, I want her to wear a mask. And she's like, yo, we got you. Slizzle, thank you very much for the dono. Do you think Greg Nicotero is the greatest zombie special effects makeup artist in TV and film history, and struggling to find better consistency? You know what? I would probably say, yeah. He earned that. You know, he earned that. HFG, thank you very much for the support, homie. Welcome to the club. This is cool. I dig it. You know what's funny though? I don't know how much of this is coincidence. I'll just put that out there. But one of my criticisms for Alexandria was they should have done something like this with the trailer, where at that time our group was out in the thick of it. And then we should have got a trailer or a scene or something where, I think I said in the beginning of an episode, it was footage of stuff like this. And it was people being filmed, and then it like bled into our crew, if I remember right, being recorded on tape. And then we were like, hold up. We were just out in the woods, and our crew is being and then it would go back and then play forward. So I dig this. I like it.
Hello, I'm Lance Hornsby. Welcome to the Commonwealth.
I'm not all big on the whole fake out with Eugene, and at the end of the season, we know it's going to be we read the comic, plus we know it's going to be a good group, because you can't end it on a bad group after just fighting two bad groups back to back. It just doesn't make any sense. HFG said, I think you're onto something with Maggie being with the Reapers, at least formally. Ronnie, you watched Fear the Walking Dead sneak peek? Yeah, I watched them. We'll check it out. Greg Nicotero does all the blood and gore in Quentin Tarantino movies as well. Yeah, he does a shit ton of work. How'd she find that mask? In the trailer, it makes it seem like it's just laying around. It would be rustier, or they would be missing more of the paneling. For what? I think you're talking about something up here, right? I don't know what you're talking about. But we have Fear. We could check that out real quick. Happy to join. Longtime fan of yours. Make a Path presents. Thank you very much. Now I'm a little stuck. I know we're supposed to be doing more of the gaming streams on. You know what? I guess maybe that's what I'll do. We're supposed to be doing more of the gaming streams on Ronnie Hayes, but there's going to be times where I can do streams while I'm editing, because I edit a lot. So when I'm editing the Flaw and Aws, maybe we can start doing more smaller streams with members and shit. I think that would be pretty cool. The only reason I say that is because sometimes it's not as interesting, because editing is a real downer. I mean, I love it because it's putting something together, but when you're watching it, sometimes... I mean, I'm going to have to be distracted for a few minutes at a time and then read the chat. So it's like, I don't think the majority of people care about that. On a scale of 1 to 10, my hype is about 7. Yeah, Lance looks pretty good. It's CRM that I believe is the last bad group. I can see that. But I don't think our group is going to take them on head to head. At least not totally. I hope it ends on a great shabam. Yeah, here's the Fear sneak peek, and I'll burn through this quick because I don't really have any interest in Fear. They said the same thing again with the promotion. Every year, they'll get they'll get more and more of the fans that quit, and then a smaller core audience. And every year they go, it's going to be totally different. It's going to be like nothing you've ever seen before in The Walking Dead. It'll be totally not like what we did before. And in reality, it's like the same shit, but just with a different twist. Like, this one is real weird. Hollywood does this thing. I don't know. In the 90s and early 2000s, 80s, whatever. Usually you would see you got a baby, you got a mother. She's going to kick it with the baby. But Morgan does this whole weird I'm the mother thing.
She just go to sleep. She just go to sleep. She just go to sleep.
Yeah, and Grace is kind of like a bitch, They're probably going for an angle where Grace is like, put off because she lost her child. So, but yeah, and Morgan has the experience. Though I don't know, but it's just weird. He gets up and plays mom. And then,
All right, I got you.
What's wrong? It's the same as last time. Oh, she's hungry.
look at Morgan. Lenny James, what the fuck did they do? They turned you into a bitch. Look, you're the female, bro. Look at you. You little female. Look.
Oh, she's hungry.
You better hope she doesn't beat you, Morgan.
She's hungry.
Look, she's hungry.
Same as last time. Oh, she's hungry.
Look, Mama Morgan, everybody. And then here, she's like, I'll put on the pants in the family and go out and get it done. So she puts the suit on. And then does nothing, I guess. We see a cool zombie. But a couple, yeah, that's fucking cool, man. Not cool enough to watch this piece of shit show, though. You know why? First off, the bomb hit this fucking area. So why wasn't all this radiated before? Like the nuclear shit? I don't know. Did anyone look into this? Wouldn't this, in effect, be the fucking same? The nuclear fallout? I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll crack a book and be like, oh, it's not. You can actually be in the zone, and then later the nuclear ash comes. I don't fucking know. All I know is I don't give a flying fuck about Mama Morgan and Papa Grace. Fuck all that noise. I don't give a fuck if they find food or not. Look at this. Look at this shit. Of course you're not going to find any fucking food. So don't give me some stupid ass, oh, I found food. No, fuck that. You're all going to starve to death and fuck y'all. That's what you get for not going back to the main show. Mama Morgan, you little bitch. And then we got this pile of mess. Fear the World Beyond. So a zombie's eating a book out of something. What is this? Oh yeah, that's right. So this is a flashback to Will's boyfriend. The something happens. CRM shoots the white guy because he doesn't want to be seen as racist. So he claps the white guy first. He's doing a good job, you know. And then he goes to shoot the black guy, but he's already in the woods and he can't get the shot. Plus silencer, the bullet, you know how it is.
They were dropping off shipping containers.
He's got a really weird looking nose. So then they talk about the community was fucking destroyed. Seriously, it's weird. It's like there's no fucking nostrils. I don't know what's going on. But they're all standing here talking, and this is the big reveal that the community is destroyed, and it's done in a really way. It's just kind of like nonchalantly, yeah, everything's destroyed, everyone's dead. So then I was running along, and then they take a minute, and the girl is all like, wait, what do you mean? It's fucking terrible.
A few days later, they found me.
Empties just ran through? I don't know. That empties just ran through.
Yeah, watch this.
Omaha. That, you're saying that Omaha. That empties just ran through?
No, there's one more moment.
How?
Yeah, I think it's...
Blood.
Yeah, right.
Blood.
Blood. Wait.
You sure?
Wait. Blood.
Blood.
All of it was loaded up into trucks and driven off.
Wait.
Blood. You sure?
All of it was loaded up into trucks and driven off. Wait.
Blood. You sure?
It's like he wanted a dry heave on the dialogue. Wait. Blood. Are you positive? Yeah, your whole community is dead. So fucking what?
All I know is they want me dead.
Yeah, and then we got pink clouds. Yeah, your pink clouds are fucking wonderful. Next, moving on to Dexter. I will not watch Fear the Walking Dead. It's trash. I'm not gonna watch World Beyond. Blood. It's trash. I'm gonna finish Walking Dead season 11. Sure. I'd rather sell my collection than watch World Beyond. Legit, watched one episode and couldn't go on. I ain't fucking with it. I do have to get a refill of my Jack and Coke, though. So, did you watch all of Chucky films? The TV show is a continuation of Cult of Chucky. Yes, I'm all caught up. World Beyond is such a half-assed, cringy excuse for a spinoff. It is. SJW, The Walking Dead. Yeah, World Beyond. Yeah, I think part of that is it, and that's why I do talk about there's a balance to everything. You know, there's a balance to representation, diversity, and blah, blah, blah. There's a balance to it, and when it comes to a society that is more level-headed does this. Some don't want to objectify women in their comic books, in their movies, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Do you, chat? I don't care. You don't want to objectify women. You don't want women looking sexy. You want women to look more manly, you know, smaller tits, whatever it is you choose. And these are things that creators have openly discussed. This isn't like, oh, there's an agenda. No, they openly talk about this. They shrank the boobs on Ellie's girlfriend in Last of Us 2 is a perfect example. They took the model. They did her exact. But the model in real life got big tits, so they were like, nope, and they took them out. That's just a choice because they don't want that. Now, that's fine. In a perfect world, you can have that, and you can have comic creators, directors, writers, producers that want to sexualize women with women that are okay with it. Because news fucking flash, there's some women that fucking love it. There's women that make full careers, and it changes their life by just being like, men want to fuck me, and I want to get that money, you know? We both should exist. You know why? Because we shouldn't be sitting here telling other people what the fuck to do. If you want to keep it non-objective, go for it. If you want to objectify the fuck out of women that want to be objectified, go for it. However, in the world we live in now, you have one group that says, we don't want to objectify women. And I'm using that as an example for everything. But also, we don't want you to objectify women. And that's where we get into the big problem. Because now it comes to, I don't want bad guys using the R slur. Retard. I don't want bad guys using that. But I don't want you to have bad guys who use that word. That's where we get into this whole big problem. And I honestly think that's where some of the weaker people in the industry, in the film and comic industry especially, some of the weaker people with a lesser of a backbone, instead of pushing back and being like, well, listen, I'm not against any of that, but I want to make this comic and I want this bitch to be the baddest bitch on the block. I want, I want men and gay women to look at her. I want their fucking pussy to explode. I want the guy to get his boner is going to be painful when it shrinks afterwards. This bitch is so hot, that just even thinking about boning this bitch is painful and pleasureful at the same time. But in today's world, we have people saying, no, you can't do that because that's not allowed in the comic industry. That's not allowed here and there, yada, yada, yada. And I think, honestly, that's how Morgan is mama bitch Morgan, because you have writers sitting in a room and they said, ooh, that's a bad look. Back in the day, they always had that. The female, because the female is more natural with a baby. We see it every day. I don't know why we pretend like it's not. They just have that mothering, I don't know. It's like in them. Not all women. Some women are just trash. Let's be honest. But nurturing, that's the word I'm looking for. So some writer was like, oof, in 2021, we can't have Grace nurture the baby. Are you fucking nuts, bro? That's patriarchy, motherfucker. Are you crazy? Morgan, get your bitch ass over here, pop your titty in that kid's mouth, and fucking try to feed him. You never know. You fucking try it. And that's where we're at. We should have had a scene more along the lines of maybe both of them not being dicks. And saying, you know what? Grace isn't a fucking retard. She knows what's going on. She knows the baby's hungry. Why else do you think the baby's fucking screaming? A goddamn moron can say, did the baby shit himself, herself, whatever? Nope. Well, then it's hungry. It's either one. They're either swimming in a diaper full of their own feces or they're fucking hungry. That's it. Grace, what do you think the baby? Is the baby bored? Does the baby want to play Fortnite? No, you stupid bitch. He's fucking hungry. Okay? Anyway, moving on. Chucky. I just got canceled. I gotta get a drink. Nuclear bombs actually explode in the air, not on Earth. Detonation. Nikki, that doesn't tell me fucking shit. Is it toxic though? Is it like, you know? I have a folder for Doomsday Kingdom that deals with notes for like 10 years now, dealing with nuclear reactors. There was a point in time where, I don't remember the technical stuff, but old nuclear reactors were getting something that was updated. It was a safeguard. And I took all the notes and put them in this binder so that way when I get to that part of the story, I can go through some of the points that I read over time and keep it as realistic as possible, but also entertaining. All I want to know is when the bomb goes off, if it destroys 10 blocks, is that instantly radioactive or does it take time? Because in Fear of the Walking Dead, it takes time. And I don't believe that. I don't buy that. Not for a bit. Thank goodness she had bank line to secure her unworked stone spear point to plastic mop handle. Oh my God. I must be drunk. I don't know what that sentence means. That's why I love Tarantino films. He can make whatever kind of film he wants to make. Yeah, imagine that. Pulp Fiction is a fantastic movie. It's fucking great. Pulp Fiction would never exist in its entirety today if it was filmed today. Not in a million fucking years. Not in a million years. You know? Never. Ever. A lot of movies that are just classics, people are even trying to edit today in stupid ways. I don't understand that shit at all. Like, what was a real? It doesn't matter. There was a really dumb edit for Back to the Future, and I was like, "What? Why? That's not even bad." That's why I love Tarantino. You should watch World Beyond, like live pausing to break down why it's lame, scene by scene. Quick, unrelated question, Ronnie. You going to get the game Aliens Fireteam Elite? I think I will. I don't know if I'll get it right away, but I'm 100% gonna get it if it drops to $20. I just don't know if I'm gonna buy it when it's $60. You know what I mean? Chubby woman of colors is the leader. With which one? World Beyond? Yeah, she came up in season 1. I really wish that Morgan and Dwight would come back to the original show. They came back to the show. Really don't want their stories to be wrapped up. Yeah, right. Same. Henry, I don't know, 100% on Morgan and Dwight back on Walking Dead. Oh yeah, you're agreeing. I agree. Going off. Let's go. Hell yeah, why not? It's a live stream. Might as well make it interesting. Plus, I'm getting a little buzz, so I need to go get some more whiskey. Hold on, I'm dead over here. Message is held for review. Let's show that. Any specific comic scenes you want done this season? No, I don't have any. I didn't like the Commonwealth storyline, so. Ronnie, refill the drink, please. I'm going right now. I'm going to put this on the screen. I'll be back. Just give me 2 seconds. Just so some stupid motherfuckers know I'll be back. Holy fuck. Dear God. Woo, I'm back. Live scene, I'm back. Prime example of the new He-Man animated series. They kill He-Man and Skeletor. Spoiler, sorry. First episode to make the series about Tila, female sidekick. There's only one thing I want to say about the He-Man shit, and then I'll move right along, because like many of you, I really liked Kevin Smith when he was growing up. From this point forward, he can fuck off. Totally. I ain't watching Clerks 3. Fuck himself on everything he does. If he wants to be just a grifter, and he's a pop culture grifter at this point. There's enough evidence out there to prove that he's just a lying fucking shithead. And I think one of the biggest things, and this is the only thing I'll say on it at this moment, is the fact that Clownfish YouTube channel revealed that Kevin Smith was going to do this, this, and this. And then Kevin Smith lied about it, said, nope, that's not going to happen. And then when everyone watched it and they were like, oh, fuck, that's what happened. He had the balls to try to gaslight people and say, now, technically He-Man didn't step aside, blah, 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 blah. People don't mean literally He-Man stepping aside and letting Tila run the fucking show. People mean He-Man's not going to be in it. Like, physically in it. He's not in it. He's not doing shit. We're not following him. Blah, blah, blah. That's what stepping aside means. And for this fuck, he's skinny, but he's still a fat fuck. Because he's got a lot of just fat in his brain, that dumb prick. He has a lot of balls to sit there and tell us, people, and fuck He-Man. I don't give a shit. I'm not watching it. I watched it as a kid and I loved it, but I agree with a lot of y'all, man. It was the only fucking thing on, man. I had all the toys, watched it all the time, but as far as watching it now, fuck y'all. I don't give a shit about it. He can ruin it all he wants. I don't fucking care. I think everyone should stop watching it, but to have the audacity to look at people who are not like brain dead and say He-Man didn't step aside. Well, no shit. He didn't literally step aside, but you killed him. And then this is what they did. In order to not get flack from the fan base, they had to bring him back in some way. But then to do their whole, oh, look, they killed him off again. But long story short, they're going to bring him back in the second season. You know damn well, because he's like, how bold is that? We killed him off. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You'll bring him right back. You'll bring him back in the next one, probably at the end, so that way you give Tila and everyone else a chance to run the show. Fuck off. All right, we're going to get into Chucky. Those not killed in the flash are lucky because enough bombs can blot out the sun for years. There will be no food, unsafe water. You'll die slowly from radiation. You saw right through the racist scheme. Maybe Grace has some kind of postpartum depression over losing her own kid and is whacking out. I hope. I think there's even a better way to write it than that, you know, just having her just come off as unlikable and unrealistically stupid. Prime example of, okay, we did that. Yeah, we're going to get into Chucky. I tried to watch Pulp Fiction when I was like 13, 14, turn it off. Yo, one of my girlfriends, one of our first dates, I made her sit down. I know my mother made fun of me. I made her sit down to watch Pulp Fiction. Well, the reason I say that is because my mother happened to just like stop by to visit. She was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, meet so-and-so. She's like, you didn't tell me about so-and-so. I'm like, well, it's our first date, you know? What do you want, Mom? Get out of here. And then she's like, are you watching Pulp Fiction for a first date? What the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, listen, it's a simple test. If she doesn't like it, we're done. You know? Anyway, they trying to edit. That's not real. I'll still bang you if you don't like Pulp Fiction as long as you're hot, you know? You're going to buy Halloween 3, 4, 5 in 4K? Yes, I already own Halloween 1 in 4K. So I'll get 2, 3, 4, and 5. Also, I have to say the name of the bomb to know the ground, destruction in miles. Oh, gotcha. I'm really happy that Negan isn't leaving like in the comics. It's awesome he's going to be in the Commonwealth story. Yeah, I'm glad too. That would be kind of shit. That's why they call it Masters of the Universe. I'm not sure what that... I'd rather see it. Oh, you mean like instead of He-Man, Masters of the Universe, and yada, yada, yada. You could have called it anything. I mean, you could have called it Wedgie. You have He-Man in the... Fans expect a He-Man. If you were being honest and you were doing something in that universe, one of the first things I would say, like let's say none of this exists, and you're like, oh, Ronnie, you're going to do this He-Man type of spinoff with fucking whatever. The first thing I would say is, all right, well, the marketing needs to make it absolutely clear we're going this direction and we're pulling away. They didn't do that. Kevin Smith came right out on Twitter and said, nope, this is He-Man centric. It is thick. You know, this is like, I was thinking of something fucked up to say, but this is like He-Man story. He said some other type of shit that the promotion, marketing was about He-Man and Skeletor. So you could call it Wedgie crack ass. It doesn't matter. He-Man is the one the majority of the fan base is into. I agree with you about the atmosphere in The Walking Dead and how they should have different ones. It's always forest, and that's why I love the snow episodes in 9. That was awesome. I agree with you there. Why is there a wiener in the A of USA? I don't know. They killed him twice in the series. Yeah. When did the live show start? When did this live? This live started at like 9:45. You said it, you're not woke if you don't like the new show, so you're completely done with Fear. I'm done with Fear, yeah. They make a Leprechaun TV series next. How does Fear feel like? Ow, Damien. Oh my God, you hurt me there. How does it feel to have lived long enough to watch all your favorite franchises go down in flames? Bro, I know for some people it's probably like stupid shit because you got careers in whatever the fuck. But I grew up knowing that I would be absolutely miserable unless I had a career in the industry somehow, whether it's writing, directing, whatever the fuck it was. I never had a desire to be acting just because I didn't want the attention there. But I'll do fucking anything at this point just to be in the industry and do our own creative shit. Not even in Hollywood's industry. That's why I would rather us do our own independent shit. But when I was younger, I used to just... my God, fantasize about the day where you'd have practical effects, our technology, everything would be advanced. By the time I'm an adult, shit would be so far advanced. They'd be cranking out Back to the Future movies like every month. I was preparing for like, holy fuck, if they're doing this in the 80s, they got Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael Myers, you got Back to the Future, E.T., Jaws. Fucking keep them coming. If you're doing that shit in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, imagine what you're going to be doing in 2020, 2030, 24. Just fucking imagine. And then we got to such a weird point. And I tell you what, I think I blame it all on social media because it has weirdly boxed like certain like-minded individuals on platforms, manipulated and shifted their thought process and kept them honed and focused on a certain thing. And in a way, like for example, Twitter is like such a small bullshit part of our society, and it controls so much. Like what happens on Twitter actually controls what goes on in filmmaking. That is it controls who gets fired and hired in certain events. Certain controversial things, it controls what happens to that person's life. And it's fucking insane because Twitter is like 5% of America, like as far as our life. It's like such a small portion of people. However, the internet has proven, and it's same like back in the day, Republicans, and I shit on Democrats a lot, but recently, because they're the ones that are so fucking annoying lately, Republicans, when I grew up, they were the ones who fucking annoyed you. Too much violence in your video games. Too much hip-hop is killing our kids. Like, fuck off, man. And when I was young, I had no problem saying fuck you to them because they were annoying like motherfuckers. But now you got Democrat leaders that are annoying like motherfuckers. So I say fuck them all. Everyone who's annoying, with some stupid shit. So when it comes to when it comes to the contaminated interference in what's going on in entertainment, music, just everything, it is gutting. It is fucking gutting, you know? Because like I said before, and I'll wrap this around to what I've been talking about before, we can't have both worlds nowadays. I mean, you can't have somebody that wants to live this lifestyle and this lifestyle. It's no longer like that. Now you need to live, it's just me. It's just me, you know? It's just how the one side feels. That's it. Like, you want sexy women in movies? No, because it's not allowed. But some people want that. Men and women, you know, men and women. If you want sexy women, and I'm using that as one example, you should have it. If you don't, have it your way. Don't do it. You know why I think the people that don't want women objectified in movies and yada, 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 you know why, the truth to why they want to stop everyone from doing it? Why? Just take a moment, think about it. Let me take a sip, and I'll tell you the real reason why, in the comic industry especially, they don't want you to sexualize Spider-Woman or whoever. I'll tell you the real reason. Because everyone's like running around like, oh, why the fuck is this happening? I'll tell you why. The truth. Because the people who aren't sexualizing sell less, make less. And it's harder for them to continue to succeed when the opposite side is continuing strong. When you have two comics that go up like Spider-Woman, right? And one is fucking banging. One has a body that makes you cry. It's like an onion. Oh, dear God. You know, that you're thinking of a comic cover when you're making love to your wife that night. You just close your eyes and it's that fucking badass. And the other looks like somebody closed their eyes and they drew a 12-year-old boy and they pretend like it's a girl. Guess which comic is going to sell through the roof and which comic isn't. When you put them side by side in a competitive way, one is going to lose hard. That is why you need to eliminate the competition by making it a fight of morale, you know, or morals, a fight of morals. We can't objectify women. How dare you? You don't care. You just want your shitty book to sell, your shitty movie to sell. I think we should all just do whatever the fuck we want as long as it's not a crime, especially in entertainment. It's fucking art after all. Let's get into this. Have you ever watched American Horror Story 1 to 3? Yeah. Kevin Smith wasn't a fan of He-Man, and then, yeah, I heard all of that. He's just a lying grifter. We watched the movie Old? Probably not. Was more likely biggest executives in Hollywood apologizing for forcing woke content in movies and World Beyond Season 2 actually being good. Neither one's going to happen. They need to make a new Friday the 13th film. Yeah, they do. I'm sorry, Nick the Great. I didn't even catch this with a $5 dono. In the interview, Kevin Smith compared He-Man to Iron Man and Jesus Christ. What a piece of garbage. He lost all respect. Yo, that's another thing, too, and I will shut up after this. Fucking Kevin Smith, the fat dumbass that he is, and even though he's skinny now, he's fat because he's got, like, fat built up around his fucking brain. This absolute moron, and I don't think he's stupid. I think he purposefully did this strategically in a way to dodge and deflect. He tried saying, you know what, Iron Man died and He-Man died, so it's the same. You guys are crybabies. You're fucking an idiot because Iron Man was in it the entire time and died at the end. What you did with He-Man is you fake killed him to get him out of the way, to have him step aside, and then you brought him back at the end to kill him off. And you're so bold and fucking you're this visionary. I bet $100 you bring him back in the second season or the second half of the first, whatever the fuck, because I know they split it up. I bet you $100 you bring him back because you're a pussy. You know, you're an idiot and you're a pussy. Here's the thing when it comes to people saying stupid shit like that. I never even would have thought about saying a single word about Kevin Smith, but the fact that he can say something that is so fucking stupid and try to gaslight people is insane, because you need to just wake up to the truth and the reality. You went against what fans wanted. It's like me getting hired to write Harry Potter. And they're like, yo, Ronnie's going to come out with the new Harry Potter short film. And it's like, yes. And then you see the short film, and it's about a little creature that lives in a basketball named Simon. And you're like confused as fuck. And you're like, wait, what's going on? Exactly. You know? Oh, it's so bold and brave because I what's that? Your expectations. I subverted your expectations. No. Keep going, Drunk Ronnie. Best laugh my ass off. If you guys keep donating, I'll keep drinking. Keep it coming. Oh, Dr. Death. I didn't see that one either. No Rick News. What the fuck? Getting ridiculous. Hell yeah, it is ridiculous. Am I caught up now? Nick the Great in the interview. Yeah. Kevin Smith can fuck off with his bullshit. Until he actually comes out and he's being honest, he can fuck himself. Ronaldo Calixte. Did I say that right? Ronnie has been gone for a while. What new Walking Dead content you want to see most? What direction do you want the whole franchise to take? Well, this is tricky because what direction do I want it to take? I want AMC to sell it. I'll be real. I think The Walking Dead can only flourish with a bigger budget. And AMC is too cheap, and they're doing something with the money. And not only that, they lost $200 million in the lawsuit, which I don't think that's a coincidence. AMC ended The Walking Dead when they're losing the lawsuit. Because keep in mind, that shit works. They know what's coming up ahead of time before we find out. I think AMC knew we need to trim it back. I will say one thing, though. The Last of Us is apparently getting like $10 million per episode as a budget. And if that is true, even if they're getting more than $5 million per episode, The Last of Us is going to be the one thing, the TV show. It'll be the one thing all I need to do is point to show the difference between a TV show with a proper budget and what because so long I've been bitching about the budget, and everyone's like, Ronnie, what fucking the budget. The budget doesn't matter. The story matters. And it's like, the budget does matter because they spent how much? Like $3 or $4 million on the pilot. Imagine if they were about to film the pilot and AMC said, never mind, you have $50,000. Good luck. You would never get the pilot you got because money matters, whether you fucking like it or not. You need a good storyteller to put together a great story, sure, but you need to pay to get that story done. And the simple fact is, when Last of Us comes out on HBO, if they're putting the proper budget to it and it's fucking fire, you'll be able to point at it and say, look, AMC, that is why The Walking Dead crashed and burned. You were paying cheap for it. You had a point when we got to the prison to fucking pump the budget like crazy. Throw a few million per episode back onto it when it was at its peak. This shit was pulling in like 17 million viewers. This shit was beating sports. It was breaking history. At that moment, that should have been the time for them to pump money into the show. You know what they did instead? They took the money, put it in their pockets, and they fucking balled out, yo. They were making mad money. And that took, because it was so popular, it took them this long to get it, but they got what they deserved. Your show is shit now, and it's dying. As soon as season 11 is done, if you don't jumpstart it in some significant way, The Walking Dead is history, bro. You know? The fuck? It's in the past. It's done. Have you seen The Ritual, The Ruins, Tall Grass, Coherent? Yeah, I've seen all of those. I don't think I've seen Southbound yet. I wouldn't say the Ruins is a great movie. I did enjoy it. It was creepy in its own way. I wasn't all really thrilled about the location and the characters. The characters I didn't like, but I feel you on them. I'm done with Marvel movies and shows. Too woke, and the writing quality is terrible. Dude, setting my brain off. We should have a dope ass horror movie with the sickest practical effects. I've been talking to some people about getting a independent horror movie done, and I think we could do one for real and have a fun and do like a creative crowdfunding process. I have a few scripts in development, but I'm telling you what, I think we can do something that is fucking fire. Embraces what we loved in the past. It can be fun to where when it's over, you're like, bro, we want more. We want to be in that world with those characters longer. Something that's gonna be that, that thing that'll tickle that itch or scratch that itch. I think it can be done, but we'll see. They can't make a new one to Victor Miller, and I'll walk into video. They added on those bonus 6 episodes to season 10 because of COVID. Were those already filmed? We're going to be put into season 11, or did they literally fit them in that quickly? Yeah, they just wrote 6 shit episodes and filmed them just because AMC was losing money. They knew they had to make a deal with, or a settlement with the 200 million case, and they needed to get money coming back in. That's all that was. It wasn't part of 11. It wasn't pre-planned. It was literally AMC being like, yo, we need money. We need new content. Quick, go shoot 6 bullshit episodes. All right, that's all it was. Have you seen Ezekiel? Yes. The Walking Dead comic actually had pretty dark shit in it, especially in the beginning with all the gore, rape, and torture. It probably could have been written today in its climate. If it was written today, Robert Kirkman would have gotten canceled, and how fucked is that? Because the one doing the rape and the torture and all that is a villain. You're supposed to have 6 sadistic pieces of shit as the villain. What are you going to have your villain do? I mean, is he going to pinch a puppy? Is that as bad as it gets for a villain? No, your villain is going to be a fucking villain. You know how insane our fucking world has become? A certain sect, and it's primarily Twitter. There's like 70% of Twitter as one limited example. 70% of Twitter has like mental issues. They have brain damage in some shape, way, or form. For example, Glenn in The Walking Dead got his brains bashed in. And there's a reason for that. If you looked at the characters that were alive, Glenn was like the sweetheart, and he was building the family. Emotionally, he was the one who was with Rick the longest since, the first fucking episode or the first issue. He was there. One of the oldest, he was one of the sweetest, he was one of the nicest. He wasn't badass like he was in the TV show because the actor playing him really did a great job, and he was likable in a whole different way. But in the comic, Glenn was like that sweet, younger kid with a growing young family. It made sense to be like, yeah, he's going to die because it's crushing. And then it takes Maggie on her journey to become a leader of a whole community. This is a character who before was just a sister on a farm that tried to kill herself and yada yada yada. She's going to become his leader. She's going to grow strong after his death. You know what Twitter did? Robert Kirkman hates Asians, and they went on this rant for like 3 weeks about how Robert Kirkman hates Asians because Glenn died by Negan violently. Bro. And they're serious about it. And there were so many. He had to write like a apology and say, listen, no, I don't hate Asians. What are you talking about? That's how fucking retarded our society has gotten. It's gotten to the point where if you write something where bad guys do bad things, you must support that shit. It's like, whoa, bro. Walking in. Anyway, you missed a super chat. Did I? Well, let me do which super chat? Let me go up. Nick the Great interview with Kevin Smith. Did that one. Yep. Nick the Great. Kevin Smith has a wall of heroes on his wall in his office. Ryan Johnson, Neil Druckmann, and his showrunners have got. He's in good company. People who ruined their names and lost respect. Yeah, it's one hell of a wall of heroes. No one remembers those shitty ass episodes. Did I get every... Somebody said I missed a super chat. I got them all. All right, let's look at Chucky real quick, and then we'll do some...
Everyone has a Halloween they'll always remember. And this is Jake's.
I will admit, the older kid is kind of throwing me off a bit, just because it comes off really corny, I guess.
Jake, you into vintage?
No, I'm into retro.
Oh, what's the difference?
About $10.
That's a funny little line, and it's relevant as well. One thing I will say, and it's the finer details, you should see some type of something in Chucky's chest. It should just be kind of not obvious, but a little, when you go back and look, you should be able to see, oh, his pecker's poking out a bit. Nope, it's the knife later on. You should be able to see something. Like here, it's all like flat. Because what they do is they don't film it with a knife in it. Because if they filmed it with a knife in it, the butcher knife is so big, there'd be no way to hide it. So what they do is they go, well, we want them to steal the knife, but we don't want it to be so fucking like... It would look like this. Oh, you got Chucky? What's going on, Chucky? You know, the knife is hitting the kid in the face. So what they do, and this is common on a film set, is they'll film something, but they'll take the thing away. And later, he'll be like pulling it out, you know? Which they should have just filmed it with it in it. And then that way, when she goes, oh, wait, the knife is gone, you'd be able to actually go back and rewind it and see, like for example, what if there was a little bulge or something? Or like a little line here, a little line here, and it's so subtle you don't really notice it. And that's why I said about his pecker sticking out, because his pecker could be, I mean, maybe this is the knife. Maybe we can say, give them credit for this. That's the tip of the knife, and then yada, yada, yada. But a little bulge here, I think would have been proper.
Jake, you into vintage?
No, I'm into retro.
In the other trailer, he turns him around, though. I should add this. And he walks out with them, and you can see there's no knife in his jacket at all.
About $10.
Fair enough. Look at that. Someone took the butcher knife.
And this is like the current day, right? Where cell phones and all that. I'm looking around. What is this shit? What is that freaky shit? Yo, look at this. He's got a mannequin made out of dolls. Holy yo, I just thought about this. So many times, you know what would be badass? This shit would be fucking fire. So many times, Chucky gets picked up by a kid. Chucky turns into a psycho, and the kid loses his fucking mind. Bro, if they do this one thing, I will be like, yo, you got me. I'm in it to win it for sure. If instead of the kid being a little bitch about it, the kid is a serial killer psychopath. Look at this fucking mannequin. There's no way that kid is normal. This kid is fucked. He looks like he recreated himself. He made a self-made portrait out of his sister's used doll parts. I mean, look at that freaky shit. This motherfucker is a serial killer. There's no way he's not a serial killer. If they go any other direction, fuck them. Fuck them and their mothers too. This kid needs to be a serial killer psychopath. And then when Chucky reveals himself, the kid is like, yes, you know? I mean, he needs a couple pushes. You got to egg him on. But at the end of the day, this kid is like, I'm going to kill every motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because, again, how many times have we seen this? Kid gets Chucky. Kid fights Chucky because kid doesn't want to do the killing. But what if we get one of the kids that gets Chucky and they're like, Chucky's like, hi, you want to chop up all your schoolmates? And the kid is thinking, yeah, okay. Chucky's like, wait, hold on. Are you fucking serious? He's like, yeah, let's start with my teacher. And then Chucky smokes a joint and he's like, fuck yes, finally I found a kid that's bout it. Like, let's get down to it. Anyway, look at it. This kid's a psycho fuck.
I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
I will say one thing though, since Hollywood has this weird obsession with not casting people with red hair, I'm surprised they didn't swap Chucky with someone else, you know, because we see this all the time. Barbara Gordon, she's redhead. She's always being cast nowadays as like not a redhead. So I'm kind of shocked they didn't, you know, cast Chucky as not. I'm joking, but still.
Jake, are you okay?
I can't stand the sight of blood.
That's just to throw us off, because later he's gonna be bathing in blood. If not, fuck this.
Pussy.
Look at that. Here's one thing though. They better go out for a break or something, because if they're in class and he walks away and Chucky's all like, I'm gonna call shenanigans.
Oh, no, Jake, that isn't quite right.
What happened to you, Jake? You used to have friends.
Chucky don't like that, bro. Yeah, they got cell phones.
Don't forget your boy toy. Okay.
It's contagious, isn't it? Laughing at people. Well, guess what, and now the joke's on you.
Oh, I fucking love that. It's a weird looking face though. Let's look at that. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Chucky looked so visually, so fucking cool in the 80s, 90s, early. Working early. I'm talking like Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, let's say, just to be safe. 1 and 2 for sure, especially 1. He looked so fucking cool. This is cooler than what we've seen a lot recently with Cult, Curse, and that Atrocity, the reboot. That Chucky looked like, fuck, man. That was like Chucky on a bad acid trip, bro. Well, this, I fucking hope this isn't for kids. I mean, shit. I gotta look up. I'm out of touch when it comes to the Sci-Fi Network. They don't make anything I like. I mean, this would be the only thing I would watch because everything else they make is just cheap garbage. So, who knows?
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the...
This looks good, though. I will admit. This looks really good.
What did you do?
Mommy says real killing is...
Wait, are they just chilling there? In her... Okay, see, she tripped and fell and landed on knives. They'll probably find the body, and that's why the cops are there. Earlier in the thing, he was sitting there with cops.
Mommy says real killing is bad.
Yeah, well, Mommy's full of shit.
I like that.
Look around you. It's the World Series of Slaughter.
Stop. Did you feel that?
Everywhere Jake Wheeler goes, death seems to follow. creepy doll just creeps me the hell out.
It's kill or be killed. Everybody's got it.
Oh, I do want to show something. I don't know if this is an Easter egg.
Creepy doll just creeps me the hell out.
It's kill.
Yeah, again, Chucky's not quite perfect, but he's a lot better looking than he was. They should have done some serious tweaks, though, to just touch it up a bit.
Kill or be.
Here, I didn't know if this was like a little throwback to whatchamacallit, Friday the 13th Part 2. They had a really weird, and it's a machete you don't see often, especially in horror movies. It actually was curved. There's a name for it, I forget. But it's curved at the end. And the reason I say I bring it up is because it's curved, people would assume that this edge is the sharp blade because it doesn't have quite as a hook. It hooks, but it doesn't hook as sharp. People assume that this edge is the sharp blade when in fact it's the inside edge that's the sharp blade. So Jason actually cut someone's throat, and for the longest time people would say he cuts his throat with the back of the machete, but it's actually the right side. People just get the angle wrong because the machete is hooked. I just want to bring that up because I actually watched recently, if you watch the Scream Factory set, one of the people from behind the scenes actually brings it up, and they're like, yo, for years, like we're talking like 20 years, people have been saying that's a goof when it's actually right, and people are just not looking at the machete the right way. Anyway.
Kill. Everybody's got to choose.
What's going on with you? You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Chucky. He's gone.
Dude, you have a serious doll problem. If you only knew.
It's going to be weak. I can already tell. Now that I'm taking a second glance at it, the lighting is too bright, the mood and the visuals, it's going to be weak. There's no blood and gore type. Again, a girl laying down with knives and a bunch of blood. Whatever. That's not even close to blood and gore. You can get away with that on TV, but what can they really get away with? I want to see how dark it really can get. So I'm pushing for it to be good. I'm not really sure. I think the trailer's a lot better than I was expecting. I was expecting some ass mud. Chucky can drop F-bombs in the show. Kenny on Sci-Fi Network. I haven't seen Nobody yet. I know what it is. I just haven't seen it. Yeah, with Chucky, you would definitely be able to kick his ass. That's the only problem. How to shit on classic horrors. Yeah, why does all your shit get auto clipped? Yeah, we're going to watch the Day of the Dead trailer. That shit is a fucking travesty. Big ups to everyone who donated already, though. That's why we're uncensored like a son of a bitch tonight. Because we already hit our plenty of our donation goal. We blew that out of the water in the first 10 minutes. So I don't give a shit if they demonetize this. Yo, Ronnie, you should put that Chucky outfit on and get lit. Yo, that thing is ridiculous. I got to find that somewhere. Nick, great. Kevin Smith. Okay, we already did that one. Just making sure I'm caught up. Did you see Terry move her mouth on Friday the 13th Part 2 in the shack? No. I mean, I could play it right now. Friday the 13th Part 2. Or maybe I did, but I don't remember. Let me look. Here's Friday the 13th. Here's when she finds out. Oh, I'll be fucking damn. She does move her. She opens. I wouldn't say moves, but she like, you can, unless it's a glare from her lips. right here. Yeah. It's like she starts to smile. I wouldn't say her lips are moving. I would say she starts to smile. But I see what you mean now. Dr. Death. Happy birthday, Dorf. Is back. Reboot was... Oh, Brad Dorf. What am I saying? Reboot was... That machete's called a bill hook. Thank you very much for that. Please don't tell me they are butchering a classic of the Day of the Dead. Yes, they are. The reason I love OG Day of the Dead is because it was dark, brutal, and it had no dumb teenage characters and no forced humor. Day of the Dead is funny. It's one that I always thought I liked Dawn more. And Dawn became such a classic that it's almost like a sin to say it's not like the greatest, like Romero. However, just in rewatching it, if I could be honest, I think I like Day better. I like the cast better of Dawn. I like the location better in Dawn. I think it's the cleaner filmmaking in Day that gets me. In Dawn, it looks like the zombies and the humans bleed paint. You know, it looks terrible, and that's because, long story short, they bought the wrong fake paint, or they got it from a company that wasn't that good. But then they went with a better company for Day, and it looks fucking amazing. The special effects from Dawn to Day, I have a comparison in my Flaw and Awe coming up that you'll see. But it's night and day. Pun intended. How drunk am I? I'm pretty fucking ripped. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking ripped. I drank a bottle of Jack already. It's like this much Jack, and where am I? And like that much soda, so I should be pretty ripped. Please don't tell me they are butchering. Anyone else interested in Don't Breathe? I am. Heard you got a PS5. Are you gonna be playing? You heard. Look at this shit, bruh. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Look at that, bruh. That's fucking real. That ain't no fakery. Look at that, real. And then it falls apart. It's cardboard. No, look, that shit's real, bro. Yeah, I got a PS5. I don't have any PS5 games yet, but I'm going to look into getting some. We're going to do some streaming in about a week or two on Ronnie Hayes. I don't know what to get, though. I don't want to just replay a PS4, but we'll see. In your opinion, who is the best director who specializes in horror? Guys like Carpenter, Rob Zombie. To be honest, I would probably have to really look at it. I mean, off the top of my head, I'd probably lean towards Carpenter because I think shit like The Thing, Halloween, it's up there. You know, it's weird. Even though I loved growing up Friday the 13th more, they're not as well made at all. I mean, they're really there to just get money. Friday the 13th as a whole, it's there to just make money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say. And I love it. I've loved it as a kid. But with Halloween, especially with part 1, the classic, I mean, you can see that. Like, it's a movie, you know? Does it have Nick Cannon in it again? No, not that one. That's crazy. Horror projects, you're so entertaining. I'm glad I'm entertaining. Besides, Day has Rhodes and fucking great. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, Rhodes is fucking great. If you think the trailer was bad, have you seen the Day of the Dead remake? Yeah, I've seen that. That is fucking atrocious. Let's play the trailer and we'll discuss, and then we'll close this down because I do have to, it is late. I do got to get up early. Hey, bud, just wondering if you've seen A Quiet Place 2 yet. No, I haven't seen that yet, but I'm gonna. You can already tell, right when they do this. As soon as I saw this shot, I knew it was cheap. I just fucking knew it.
We all die. Until this morning.
And then this shot, you can already tell. What do I mean by that? The trailer wants us to believe there was a dead body in here. And maybe it's not. Maybe when you actually watch the show, she's just looking at a coffin that she's going to sell to a family, and it's not really. But in the trailer, it makes you believe there used to be a dead body here. Well, those coffins are not set on the most stable. I mean, if a body's going to get up and walk, something's going to shift and move and maybe even fall down. I mean, is he going to shut the lid when he gets out? This zombie's going to get out, shut the lid, and fucking leave and hide? What's going on? Another thing with the hands coming out of the ground. This is a cool visual. I love this. I incorporated something in Doomsday Kingdom where it's like a recent mass grave where hands are coming up out of the ground, because I don't think it's realistic to have old zombies come up out of the ground. First off, how did they get infected? Second off, people, ever since flooding has become an issue, they have started putting concrete cases around coffins, so that way when it floods, the coffins don't float down the fucking, city. It's like, we had a flood, our house is gone, and oh, there's Grandpa who died 10 years ago floating down the fucking, where my house used to be. So they changed it, and they started doing the concrete stuff. So now that you know that, it's kind of dumb. Plus, imagine a coffin, right? And they're solid, some of them. Imagine that. What is he going to do? He's under 6 feet of fucking dirt. Is he going to open the coffin and get out? Is he going to dig through? No, that motherfucker's a zombie. He's going to the whole time in the coffin. That's it. Anyway, moving on. And that should be your first, and then...
What's your emergency?
Yeah, I need to report it. What the hell do I call this?
Zombie apocalypse?
I'm not saying zombie apocalypse.
I'm out. As soon as I heard that, I keep saying that, but as soon as I heard that, yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Dead. Fuck off. I'm done. I'm gone. See you later. And we got the black female lead again. It's just it's predictable. You can't do movies anymore without it. Let's go to.
Hello.
You're so funny.
Jesus Christ! They're everywhere! Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit!
The blood looks terrible. I like the idea of the zombie gnawing at him. It looks like there's a line from his mask. It might not be, though, but... it looks like Napoleon Dynamite turned into a zombie, but... He's got no chin. It's leafy as a zombie. Yeah.
Eating our guests. What a waste of $50,000.
That's what the producer said. Get it?
Boys?
The investors.
Let's move.
Hell yeah, Dad!
Yeah, that's lame. Anyone putting this together that knows what they're doing would have had... I don't know what would be a good way to correct that, but Hell Yeah, Dad should have been a scene where... Just saying. Where there was a guy here. Instead, they have this.
Boys? Let's move.
It's Mom. So just for continuity and flow of the trailer, it should be like, Hell yeah, Mom.
Hell yeah, Dad!
Because he says Dad, and you're not going to refilm that just for the fucking trailer. It would make sense for them to change that mom area and just incorporate some scene with a dad there. I don't know. It just flows better. Because it looks all over the place is what I'm saying when you're watching it.
Damn, I feel like Deadpool right now.
Yeah, okay. You look more like Laura Croft, bro. You pussy. That was cool. You got zombies tearing guts out of somebody. This is weird. We get this whole joke, but keep this in mind. She looks in this coffin. He's not there. Then he attacks her from somewhere. And you think that's fine. However, there's people here in this fucking room that whole time. What? How long is this fight? What is going on? Does no one help you? You're dead.
Hey, everyone.
What in the hell did you do to my peepaw?
Your dead peepaw was just attacking this bitch for how long? And you, unless I'm hoping they fight back here in a similar looking room. And then they burst in. Let me look. They burst in, and then it's like, yo. No, that's the same fucking room. Look at that. Lamp here, check. 1, 2, this and that, check. And then we go. Yeah, lamp here, 1, 2, wreath, and then open door. So this is the same fucking room. I don't know. This is brain dead.
What the hell did you do to my peepaw?
Kiss my saggy ass.
What a fucking day.
Are you pegging her? What are you doing back there? This looks like trash. This absolutely looks like Z Nation with slow zombies. I just don't get it. Day of the Dead, it's a show. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Whatever. What the fuck do I know? I don't have a hit zombie show, so joke's on me, I guess. PS5 Spider-Man game fucking slaps. The Miles Morales. The Astrobot that comes with it is actually really fun. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. In your opinion, who's the best director? Drunk are you? Top 3 favorite characters. Probably Rick, Michonne, and Negan. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, Carpenter changed the game for real. Wait, Chucky can drop 10 F-bombs? That's fire. Visuals look a Lifetime movie. Am I tripping? From Day of the Dead? No, you're right. Did we watch Dexter trailer? Oh, shit. Yo, we did skip over that. Let me get rid of this depressing-ass fucking pegging at shit. And where's Dexter at? What the fuck, bro? We did. Yo.
How are you feeling right now?
I haven't even seen this yet, by the way. Let's watch this before we end it.
Well, it's been a whirlwind. I've always had my demons.
Yeah, that's fire. See that? I love this song. This is an oldie. I think this is the one where it's like, wait, it sounds familiar. Walk along and wonder where my heart is gone. I'm a walking in the rain. That's what that is.
And so I went away.
What's up, Jimbo?
Yeah, I love
Mr.
this.
Lindsay.
But sometimes I have an urge too strong to ignore.
Whoa! Easy there. What is the problem? Yeah, I kind of have a thing about blood.
Every day I walk through this world, faking it. Knowing if someone knows who I am.
Yo, that music is probably gonna fuck me in the ass. I'm just sitting here vibing to it. This is a goddamn trailer. This shit is a goddamn. This is how you fucking do it. You know? Why is anybody giving these motherfuckers money? Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, whoever the fuck is making the new. When we got this shit.
That's it.
This is all about blending in.
Oh, yo, that is fucking fire. Yo, if they play their cards right, they got at least 5 more Dexters in them. They got a good 5-year run, bro. Yo, if they got it in them, they got a good 5-year run of just fucking Dexter's back, yo. That trailer is fire. It felt like it gave me enough of a tease, but it didn't even reveal too much, you know? I feel good with that. I'm also a little worried because Hollywood over reveals, I should say. I'm a little worried that it's a super slow starter, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm down. I'm down for Dexter. That shit looked fire. I think that's it now. Looks worse than Z Nation. That was Day of the Dead, right? Yo, can we watch Dexter trailer? Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you what, this stream is getting clapped. Someone's gonna claim the fuck out of it. It's Day of the Dead trailers discount. Yo, right? It's discount Shaun of the Dead mixed with a little side of Z Nation. Yeah, restrictions on TV, if you watch some of the behind the scenes, it is really stupid. And that's what I mentioned before when it came to, let's just talk about certain political classes when it came to that. Certain ones have really dumb restrictions. Just as an example, it doesn't mean they run everything in this, but when it comes to the people who oversee TV, they're like, you can say 6 shits as an example in The Walking Dead for the whole season. 6 shits. Now, the absolute stupidity behind a human being going, it needs to be 6 shits. We have 7. No, that'll corrupt our society. 7's too much. That'll kill them. They're done. I might as well just drown my kids right now. 7 shits in a season? Are you fucking mad? 6 shits, we can deal with that. Life goes on. 7? Bro. That's too fucking much. That is insane. How the fuck, like, we're talking like, do our brains work? I don't know how it's not an immediate rule where they say, yeah, TV. All right, well, in a season, you can use, around 20, 30 shits a season. And you go past that, I'm worried every other word is going to be shit. So, 20, 30, 40, let's cap it at that. Because, and this is where the logic comes into play, you don't want it to be every other word. So you got 375 shits in your season. Every fucking episode's going to have 50 shits. We can't deal with that. That's too much. That's way too much. But every episode having 2, 3 shits, 4 shits here and there, that's fine. That's enough shits. We can handle that many shits, That's okay. The insanity that you would say 3 shits an episode. It's like, what the fuck? Are you retarded, bro? Last one, Ronnie. Gonna leave the stream, but going to bed. Take care. Hope to see more videos soon. Keep an eye out this week. We have Friday the 13th, Part 3, Flown Our Review. Really proud of that one. Also really frustrated because you're not going to see it in 3D, which sucks because the 2D version... it's just not as crisp as the 3D version. I think that's because of the camera that they used. But stay tuned for that. And I'll work on getting the PS5 all set up for maybe at the end of the week we can do a PS5 stream. I know how much you like Atmosphere Returnal is on sale for $50 on PSN. Might not be a tough game for you, but I think you would like the gameplay. I'll look it up. I did peek at that a little bit before, but I wasn't too sure on what you actually did. I also can't stand restrictions on TV. Yeah. Worst Walking Dead character. Worst Walking Dead character. There's been a bunch of worsts, but I'm gonna pick Beth. Irani. Well, that's in The Walking Dead. Not even in World Beyond. Everyone. Was that you that brought up the Return of the Living Dead toxic zombie action figure? Well, I have talked about it. It's out there. It's fucking cool, but it's older. It's way too much money. But if you're into those, try to find it at a good price and pick it up. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks good. I hope the new season of Dexter fixes the end, because they could fix the ending. Why is it that zombie movies or shows seem not to be able to be done right? For example, Turn in Time, the story like Black Summer and Army of the Dead. I think it's just because I think it's easy to say, oh, zombies, or just interesting to be zombies, but in reality it's the environment, the tone, the atmosphere, the situations. That's what makes it interesting. The zombie itself is a cool visual, but it's the predicament the characters are in that is unforgettable, that is memorable. And I think that's when it comes to filmmakers, I think they forget about that, or they don't even think about that, Are you even excited about the Walking Dead movie? No. I was hoping they would release info but they didn't. Greg Nicotero said they're still working on perfecting the script. Yeah, I think they're a whole bunch of full of shit. I think it's so way off, it's not even funny. They should make an animated The Walking Dead adult cartoon that follows the comic. Exactly. I talked about that in the past. Yeah, the Army of the Dead prequel trailer dropped, but I have no interest in that because it's not going to have anything to do with zombies. It is this weird hybrid where it takes a character from a zombie movie and it shows them in a heist movie, and they tease zombies. The only way that would work is if there's a really cool zombie set piece in the movie. But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'm finna send you a signed copy of this magazine I'm in, yo. Do it. Fuck yeah, I'm down. Meow Cat Bissy. Don't tease me, bruh. I'd rather have them have a parental pin to watch the episode than filter this shit out. Right? Right? I think you could play PS4 games on a PS5, right? Yeah, you can. I wanted to get like the PS5 vibe, Let's not forget the infamous "You Are Pegged" line by Negan. The Walking Dead used to get none. Now they get like one F-bomb a season. But I remember the second season they were allowed to start doing that. They never fucking did it. I don't understand that. I don't understand them. Back in the day when S.H.I.E.L.D. and Sons of Anarchy weren't allowed to drop. Yeah, that's crazy. He's not injured. He just lets her go out because she's dealt with radiation before. And no wonder they couldn't do TV. Yeah. That's pretty much how they work. Richard B. says, what I wish is I can see your version of a Predator movie. How you were saying you'd make them primal in the woods. Yeah, I got two, I think, loose ideas for the Predator. One real quick would simply be the Predator has to win. Like if we have a new Predator movie, and it's not going to happen because there's a female lead in the next one, and there's no way they'll do a female lead that's fighting against gender norms. It's going to be a shit show. We know it. Let's just cut the shit. an agenda-driven Predator movie, and there's no way they're going to let the female lead lose. So one of my, pitch fanfic ideas was the Predator at the end would be hanging up the skull of the human that we were really rooting for. We honestly thought, obviously the human's going to win. But nope, Predator wins, fuck us, and he hangs his trophy up on the wall, and that is dark. That's like, holy fuck, because I was playing around at the beginning of the movie opens, the Predator hangs the trophy, and we hear like the music raise up, and the trophy transitions to where it fades in or morphs into the lead's face. And then you think it's just a transition shot that we're going to hunt that lead next. But in reality, it's his actual trophy. But what we're doing is we're showing the end of the movie first. And then when we get to the end of the movie, we're going to show that scene again. And you'll be like, oh my God, yeah. One of my ideas was to do a Predator movie, but the humans have to lose. If the humans keep winning, then what the fuck is the purpose of the Predator? How is he such a fucking badass beast if we're kicking his ass all the time? Like, get out of here with that shit. My other idea was, and I don't give a fuck, I love this idea. My other idea was that the Predator, one thing that makes them, in my opinion, the most interesting is the fact that they have this spaceships and the technology where they are futuristic. The plasma laser cannon, boom. The tri-laser eyesight so they can track you, shoot you down. But also they got like this Native American primal type of outfit going on. That clashes. That's two contrasting things. Great technology, but primitive. So they're technologically advanced and also primitive at the same time. They're a contradiction. They're an oxymoron. It doesn't fucking make sense. However, in the new Predator movie, they changed it and made them all technologically advanced. I would argue the best way to do that is to have a creature invade the Predator homeworld. And it is a creature that uses the cloaking. They have the Predator armor, the shoulder cannon, and really inferior creatures, but because they have the technology, they start enslaving the beings on this planet. And there's two beings. There's the unknowns, and they're the ones that war with the Predators. Now, the Predators are primitive. We see them with these wooden, instead of the metal blades, they got wooden blades, wooden staffs. They're primitive creatures that are just smart, intelligent, like lizards with no technology, and they're battling the unknowns, which is a whole new breed. But when the aliens come with the technology, what we would become known as the Predator technology, they show up on the planet, and because they have cloaking mechanisms, the unknown human, let's say, like the unknowns, can't see them, can't fight them, and they get enslaved. However, the Predators don't even look at the cloaking technology because, as you know, the Predators see in that weird heat vision type of vision. So even though these aliens are cloaked, the Predators ain't fucking around. They're like, I see you, bitch, you know? So the Predators actually kill, defeat, and enslave the enslavers, and they now take them over. They take over their technology, and you know what this does? It's a badass fucking cool-ass Predator homeworld story, but it solves one huge fucking problem with the Predator franchise. You know what that problem is? A Predator scientist. Yes, I've shit you not. You know why that's a problem? The Predators have spaceships. They got laser shoulder cannons. They got all this technology. But think about a Predator scientist, a Predator factory worker. Think about a Predator. It is fucking stupid to think about a predator that creates the same technology that makes the predator a fucking badass. It doesn't make any sense. You know what does make sense? An alien race that lands on the predator's homeworld that does create that technology, but the predator, because it can look in the certain vision, the heat vision, it can defeat that race of being, and now it enslaves that being to create the primitive stuff they wear. That is why it's a jumbled mess of primitive and technological, because obviously they're enslaved and they're forcing them to just make a couple little side pieces. Matter of fact, they borrow some of the side pieces. Like, this is a full leg armor, but because the predator doesn't quite fit his enemy, he just takes like the side armor and uses it on his thigh. He takes that crotch piece. That's it. And then he takes half, because the predator's bigger. He takes a part of the chest plate. Then he takes his mask, and he has he enslaves them. The predators enslave them to have them make some of the rest of the armor fit just right, to have their own technology, their own words, their own language encoded in the bombs. And yet that shit right there would be off the hook. That would be the beginning of a new all-time Predator franchise. That would be fucking glorious. I shit you not. That shit is fucking... You're right, RJ. That is fucking deep. You give me the Predator franchise, I will fucking make you millions. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. Don't fuck around. I don't fuck around when it comes to Predator. Nope. Predators, they even had the technology since the Middle Ages. Well, Robert, that's where you're thinking of it twisted, because I'm talking about the Predator's homeworld. It can take place whenever. The Predators had that technology in our Middle Ages. Done. Because we're on the Predator's homeworld. It doesn't fucking... Our timeline doesn't matter. So yeah, sure, the Predators had that technology, but they got it from that alien species that tried to enslave them. Done. Done. Did they show Aaron's death in a trailer? They showed someone's death in a trailer. People need to get over swearing. The limits are pretty arbitrary. Like you said, 6 is okay, 7 isn't. I talked about it before. Curse words are non-existent. They just don't exist. It's pretty stupid when you think about it. I think I really started focusing on it when I saw this mother that was in a Denny's, and she was like doing this whole like, oh, you know, you baby, because babies, like infants, when they shit themselves, it's uncomfortable, so they'll squawk and cry and throw a fit. Well, the mother, I guess the father went to get the diaper out of the car. The mother's kind of like trying to occupy the baby, and the mother is all like, oh, you cutesy wootsy, you poopy in your diaper, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know, doing the whole thing on his belly, and the baby's like kind of like, but then he starts laughing, and the mom's sitting there like, oh, you poopy yourself, you know? And I'm thinking, how ridiculous are curse words? Where when you're born, somebody tells you in society that you can be a mother in a store, and it can be such a cute scene where you're like, oh, you poopy in your diaper, you know, poopy's fine. You pooped in your diaper, blah, blah, that. But if the mother was like, oh, you shit yourself, you adorable little... Now it's like, oh, whoa, what's with the harsh language? It's conditioning. It's mental conditioning. Somebody told you that was, whoa, recoil. That's a bad word. Poop is okay. Poopy is fine. Crap is like more of a teenager thing. Okay, you're starting to push the limit, but don't go farther. Shit. Oh, you went too far. It's like, whoa, my God, that's a curse word. Darn. Dang it. Like, oh, darn. Oh, gosh darn. That's a nice guy. God damn it. Whoa, that's rough. Bro, you're going to hell. You know? Like, HE double hockey sticks. You mean hell. It doesn't... I don't give a fuck how you say it. You know? Same thing with, you got shit, you got hell, you got darn, damn. What else? P. I'm going to go for a P. I'm going to go piss. A lot of people recoil. That's a curse. Piss. You know? It's so illogical, it hurts my fucking brain. It's only because we're conditioned to believe that curse words exist. And you know what the biggest lie is? They don't exist at all. Somebody, when you were a baby, said tap is a bad word. Now I said tap right now, and you probably thought, tap? What do you mean? Tap doesn't mean anything. But if you were a baby and I said tap is the mother. Tap is cunt. How do you feel right now? You know, you're like, holy fuck, Ronnie went there. Cunt. That's ugly. Your grandmother probably had a heart attack right now. I'm sorry, Grandma. You know, but if I did tap the same way I did cunt when you were little, you'd recoil the same way. It's just a conditioning. You can say vagina. That's fine. You're a cunt. That's way too far. Vagina. It's fine. You're pussy. Wow. You know, like you crossed the line again. Why? Because someone said vagina is okay in classrooms. That's acceptable. Pussy and cunt, that's like way too far. You know? Same thing for your penis. We can say penis. You can say that. Throbbing cock is not allowed. You know? All right, that one might be overboard. But you see what I'm saying? Like dick. Can't say that. Penis is fine. There's another one. I think the reason the F word is the mother of all curse words is because there's no equivalent. Hell, heck, done. Crap, poo, poop, shit. You know? Darn, dang, damn, fuck. There's no equivalent. You could say freak all you want. Freak is like the retarded cousin. Freak doesn't exist. Fuck. It's only one. There's only one. It's the mother of all curse words. Fuck. Someone said in Australia, cunt means friend. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like in Australia, and I think there's somewhere else, cunt is like the second most used word in their language. In America, it's like, whoa, you call me a cunt, I might break your face. Like, we're fighting. Like, there's no way around it. Like, we are throwing down. Our families are going to go to war generation after generation. Like, in Australia, they're like, you fucking cunt, let's go. You know? Like, what? And that's because of the culture. They don't teach them that. You know, I don't know what the fuck they teach them. Yeah, pretty much. Would screw be the equivalent of fuck? Well, if you're talking in a sexual way, but now what you're doing is just using a word that's a communicative tool. Yeah, I screwed him. Yeah, I fucked him. It's a communicative tool instead of a simple word alone. If you said, hell, heck, damn, darn, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang. It's that type of thing where it is that single word that has an equivalent. Oh, balls. Holy vajay. Thank you. I know I'm spot on with curse words. It doesn't the first time I interacted with society when it came to curse words, I was in a grocery store. And me and a friend were talking, and I said a few curse words. And I remember there was a woman in front of me who was not having it. She was like, bro, you need to not curse like that in front of public. I was like, relax. Curse words aren't even real, you know? Keep in mind, I'm like 17, and I just wasn't having her bullshit. And she's all like, oh, what do you mean they're not real? And I just started going like, I didn't even mean to. It was kind of just like my brain just going in overdrive. And I was like, yo, listen, lady. I shit you not. There was like 2 cashiers there that were like, yeah, bro, you win. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, no one even said that in that way. They were like, my mind is blown right now. It was actually a funny little moment. That was like years ago. Ever since that moment, it hasn't left my mind. Like, I said something just to shut up some Karen, in line at the grocery store. And it stuck with me ever since. Yeah, curse words are fucking stupid. It's conditioned. We're conditioned to, if you went on an island and you said the word fuck meant dog, and you said it 1,000 times a day, your kids, when you were like, here, fuck, come here, fuck, and they would have no problem. But if you took another family and you were like, fuck is so bad, you might die if you say it. And then these families meet. One is going to say fuck like it means nothing. It doesn't even register to them. The other family is going to have a goddamn panic attack. That's bro. That is conditioning. And that should terrify the absolute fuck out of anyone who recoils at curse words. That we were conditioned, and it was that easy. It was a bunch of nobodies were able to condition us to recoil at words that don't even matter. And that's why I get in arguments when it comes to words in general, because they don't matter. Words are a tool to help understand each other for communication. That's fucking it. That's it. I'm going to the store. You guys know where I'm going. Why? Because I said a bunch of sounds, and you were able to communicate and understand because you learn and know and recognize those sounds. That's it. That's why when some people get into these ridiculous debates of masculine and feminine words, it's like you're all fucking retards, because all that matters is I'm going to the store. That's it. Bitch tits is pretty funny. Do you curse around your parents even though they don't care? I still don't. I feel like it's disrespectful. Well, now we're getting into a different ball game. My mother doesn't give a fuck, so I say whatever the fuck I want. My grandmother is real old school. She's not. I could curse all I want in front of her, just out of respect. I just don't, and it's that simple. It's not even worth a fight or an argument. She's older. You know how it goes, old and conditioned. It is what it is. They still recoil. I understand that. I get it. So I don't. I mean, I might let it slip every now and then. We actually have a little joke because I let it slip a little too much. But I keep it clean, And again, it's I understand it. So yeah, I feel you, Ian. That's pretty much how it is. You call someone a fuck, it doesn't mean the same as fuck in the action sense. That's very true. Yes, that's very true, too. Scotland says all the time, if they can't use the F word on The Walking Dead, then how on earth did they get away with it, letting Merle say the N word? Well, I don't think the N word was, at that time, I don't think it was so... I don't think it was as regulated as the F word. I'm not really sure, to be honest, because they would eventually get on to say it, but there's also other stipulations. Like, for example, some networks are allowed to use curses, but they get fined for it. Or there's other stipulations where they can say curse words all they want, but something happens if they use curse words. And I forget the specifics, so that might have been a scenario where they were just able to say it because they didn't get some type of fine, or they ate the fine. They were like, Merle's a racist. He's going to say this shit. I mean, T-Dog's going to be here. He's not going to be like, oh, you N-word. No, Merle's a racist. He's going to say some racist shit. So they might have ate the fine on that. I'm not really sure. Speaking facts, we do have to shut this down, though. It is midnight now. You see the boy spelling bee on YouTube? That boy's got spelled the N-word. Yeah, it was negus. How did they use it in a sentence? They were like, so-and-so is my negus of this and that. And negus is actually, I think it was spelled like Negus, and it was like a Ethiopian king or some shit like that. But it sounded like the N-word. And the little white boy was like sweating. He's like, can you say that in a sentence? He thought they were fucking with him hard. And he was like, and there was one weird white bitch who kept saying, how did she say it? She kept like trying to get him to repeat it. She was like, negus. Yes, say negus. Say it again. He was like, negus. And then finally he's like, they tell him to, because it's a spelling bee. They were like, okay, go. And he's like, Negus. And they were like, yes. And I think he fainted. He was like, I thought they were fucking with him at first. But yeah, in reality, I think it's like Ethiopian king or something. Negus. That's a funny clip. I would have thought, yeah, they're fucking with me. Something. I'm not falling for that shit. I know how I'm not gonna spell it. I'm not, fuck that. No, I'm not falling for it. Rick said, I don't know who the yeah, he said they don't know who they're fucking with, but that's on the Blu-ray. That doesn't count. It was on TV. He said they don't know who they're screwing with, and it was lame as shit. Wanted to get your thoughts on TV, movie poster concept I created. I shared a link, but it keeps getting blocked. Yeah. Ad revenue is why no fucks. Yeah. Yeah, that's YouTube blocking the link. I'll check it out, though. I'll try to find a way to check it out. Oh, yeah. Messing with the wrong people. He didn't even say they're screwing with. He said they're messing with the wrong people. No, on TV they might have replayed it and said they're fucking with the wrong people, but the original airing was not the F word. And what would you say is your favorite? Now that we're in the final season, what would you say is your favorite? I don't even know, because there's chunks of seasons that I really love. Like, in retrospect, I like season 4 a lot more than I thought. Season 3 I have a lot of problems with. Season 2 is boring as fuck on the farm, but I love it a lot. Season 1 is probably up there as far as the nostalgia goes. Season 4 is like one of my all-time favorites. I would have to say, in just overall likability, season 1 is a champ. Season 2 is boring, but it's still fire. Season 3 hurts. Season 4 is definitely probably up there. Season 5 is another one that has so many hits or misses. It's like it's really thumping, but then it's hurting. I'm going to go with, you know what? I'm going with a weird pick. I'm picking 4. For right now, I'm picking season 4, which is weird, because that's like an all-time like not liked season, as far as I know. Yeah, Hollywood's gotten shit. That's why I think we all need to come together. You want better entertainment? I just talked about an idea I would do for, previously I talked about ideas I would do for Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, for Predator. I've seen a number of people in the chat that were like, bro, that'd be fucking amazing. I don't have like, there is not shit special about me at all. However, when it comes to entertaining people, I promise you, I'll give you some entertainment for that ass, And we need to start doing stuff instead of relying on Hollywood to entertain us, because they're just fucking it up, totally. It is just. Should there be more blatant racism and gender hate on The Walking Dead? Keep it realistic. It only depends on certain situations. I think it would have to be really specific. And again, it's tricky to do. You can't just show up and because you'll find a group. You're bound to find a group out there that is, get the women in here, get those bitches in the kitchen, send the men out there to do the work. You're gonna, you know why? Because when the internet fails you, we will all be back to reality. And the way it will work is the men will be thrown out into the fields and the women will be, tending house. That's just the way it will fucking be when the internet and our luxuries crumble. And, it's not fair for either sex. I don't know why we get this idea like, that's so fucking sexist. It sucks for everyone. You think the fucking men want to be out there hunting and doing all that backbreaking shit? At the same strength, do you think women want to be stuck home doing all that shit? Like, everyone fucking loses. But in all honesty, when you're in the woods and you have no technology, no advancements whatsoever, when you're just two people, someone takes a man and takes a woman and they throw them in the woods and they're like, there, live your life, have a family, do the best you fucking can. There's certain roles, that you're going to have to accept or fuck off and die. Like, there's only one thing you can do in that situation. And it's not fair for either one, but that's just what you just got to do it because there's no other way around it. The man's not going to sit home and breastfeed the kid and give birth. Why? Because the woman's going to need a period of rest after giving birth. That's just how we're made and created. A lot of people argue about these social constructs and all this other ridiculous nonsense that we harp about because we think we're intellectually superior, but we're not. We're actually degrading and becoming inferior because we say things that are so fucking retarded, and we wonder why people haven't said them for decades. But the reason and the reality of the fact that no one has said them in decades is because they're so fucking retarded. No one should have said them in the fucking first place. But that's to the point we've gotten where we're saying shit that we think is genius because no one said it. But the only reason no one has said it is because it is fucking stupid. Anyway, next question. I do have to shut this down, though. I would love to sit here and we'll chat it up another time, but I gotta go. Of all the networks on air, I would love The Walking Dead to be a Netflix show because Ozark is a Netflix show, and is they gonna do anything? Netflix used to be the king, but more and more they're getting people in there that are talking about doing one thing that goes against just creating good content, which is weird. And that may have been why Masters of the Universe got fucked over. Season 4, the second most brutal scene of Rick biting a guy's knuckle. Yeah. Season 6 was definitely a good season in retrospect, but the end of season 6 was a giant fail. The War with the Saviors and Whispers, which huge. Yes, RJ, it was a huge letdown. Everyone hates season 2, but personally, I really like it. I think season 2 is boring as far as the environment, but the characters, the acting, the interaction is top of the game, top of its game. Yeah, I haven't bought in a season of Walking Dead since season 7, I think. Everything else before that, I have the whole box set, the Steelbooks and all that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, they had the most viewers. I think they had like 17 million viewers for their deaths. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, people do think they're superior, but it's like a big giant fail. Have you seen Invincible yet? No, not yet. Season 1 of The Walking Dead was so relatable, like they were just a bunch of normal people trying to figure it out. They want to reach some superhero status. Yeah, I feel you there. Chris Stanley with $5 to end us out. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that. Game Chasers, what's up? I gave up on The Walking Dead. So did I. We're just finishing the last season, getting it done with. I don't even know what to say to the rest of it. Fear can fuck off. Beyond, World Beyond can fuck off. We're going to finish out Walking Dead Season 11 on this channel, and then we are done with The Walking Dead. We're going to move on to the only time we'll ever cover Walking Dead again on this channel will be in the Flaw in All reviews. And again, we're on Season 2. Good night. Thank you very much for everyone stopping by. I got to get some rest. I got to get up early and hit the DMV tomorrow. Goes to show, been on a Bourne farm, great character development and interaction can make it great. Yeah, certain restrictions can definitely make improvements on things. When you watch Back to the Future, here's a good example before I close it out. There's a show on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us Great or some shit like that. And Back to the Future originally had a refrigerator as the time machine, which I didn't know that at all. And the ending, the original ending to Back to the Future was some big nuclear explosion instead of a lightning bolt. And they were over budget. And they came back and they said, and this was after a whole headache of trying to get the movie done. They came back and said, listen, we can't do it. The budget's too much. You need to cut a few million out. And then they finally said, you know what? That ending costs like $8 million with the whole nuclear explosion. Let's get rid of the ending. And they said, well, how are we going to do it? That's what came up with the lightning. The clock tower, the lightning. Bro, putting a restriction on it sometimes can make it fucking amazing. As long as you're willing, and I think this is where AMC fails greatly, as long as you're willing to pay for the clock tower. Like the nuclear explosion for Back to the Future, the original plan, that was too much money. $8 million or whatever it was. However, the clock tower, which was perfect and iconic, and now we know is like, that was the way to go. In AMC's eyes, the way they run the show for The Walking Dead is they go, $8 million for the nuclear explosion, that's too much. All right, well, we got it down to $1 million for the clock tower. This is AMC. That's too much. My hookers, they each cost $1 million. So we need you to wrap this up for $10. What can you give us for $10? Because I gotta go do this other thing. That's what it is. AMC does suck, and I'm glad Frank Darabont got paid. How are you not at 1 million subscribers yet? People don't know what they're missing. That's why. It's like a gem. I'm staying the gem, that hidden gem. I'm the hidden gem. Yeah. I'll keep that. That'll make me sleep good tonight without crying into my pillow. All right, I gotta go though. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you this week for Friday the 13th, Part 3 Flaw and All review, followed a week later by Part 4, and then I'll catch up with you guys. But I would love to dive into Predator Flaw and All review. I'm real fucking excited about that, but it's coming. Stay tuned this week for Part 3. I'll see you guys maybe at the end of the week. We'll do another stream and catch up real quick. All right, good night. Stay safe.